A very good afternoon to you and welcome to this edition of Lunchtime News. You're with me, Katharina Chang. But before we get into your stories in detail, let's take a quick look at your headlines. A student dies after participating in a sports event at a school in Ambalantota. The JVP assures good representation of parliamentarians following the upcoming general elections. Australia Prime Minister faces leadership test. Now on to those stories in detail. A student died after participating in a sports event at a school in Ambalantota this morning.
Police media spokesperson SSP Ajit Rohana said that the student was taken ill after participating in a marathon that was held as a part of the school's sports meet. The deceased was 15 years of age.
The 15-year-old student of Bolana School in Ambalantota police area has died this morning at 9:20 while he was participating in a marathon that was conducted in connection with the annual sports event of the same school. The body is lying at the Ambalantota hospital at the moment, and Ambalantota police has taken action to conduct an inquest in respect of the dead body. Thereafter, a post-mortem examination will be conducted and the cause of death will be revealed after the post-mortem examination.
Minister of Finance Ravi Karunanayake says that the people must be determined to further strengthen the victory that they were able to achieve. The minister made this statement at an event held in North Colombo yesterday.
This event was held to distribute exercise books to school children in the Hettiawate area in Colombo North.
ඔබතුමාලා ලබලා තියෙන අයවැය හොඳ නේද? අන්න ඒ නිසා කරුණාකරලා
The era in which the people were swindled of their money for the past 10 years have come to a close, and the government which came into power on the 10th will once again fill your pockets. That is why we need to work towards further strengthening our victory.
විජයග්‍රහණය කරන්න කටයුතු කරගෙන යන්න අවශ්‍යයි.
Public Service United Nurses Union convened a media briefing yesterday.
We would like to request the new health minister to not only pay heed to the officials around but also to look into the issues that need to be resolved immediately and monitor them. It is good for the minister to find out why it happened and the repercussions it could cause. We are in the era of eradicating fraud and corruption. The much talked about topic at present is providing training for health services officials. There are officials who do not report to work but still get exorbitant bonuses and perks. That has been proven. If these provisions are authorized, then this is a wastage of state assets. We would like to know the efforts that are being taken by the government with regard to this. Favouring one particular unit in the health ministry is a regular occurrence within the public service sector. Therefore, we would like to request the Ministry of Health and the Minister to appoint a committee to provide these bonuses and incentives proportionally within the public service sector.
Corn farmers from the Galembidunuvava area say that there has been a decrease in corn harvest owing to heavy rains experienced in the recent past.
Harvests have decreased in areas of Galembidunuvava, Aluddiwulvava, Yakalla and Mawathavava. Cornfields in the area span around 10,000 acres. Farmers show that 4,500 kilograms of corn was obtained last season. However, they were only able to reap less than 1,000 kilograms this season. Farmers also point out that they are unable to cover the expenses as a result.
ගොඩක් මේ වර්ෂාවත් හින්දා තමයි අපිට හිතන්නේ මේ වගා ගොඩක් හානි වුනේ.
හරි ආදායමක් නැහැ. ගස්සල කරල් එහෙම පොඩි ණය වෙලා හැම දෙයක්ම කරන්නේ. ඒවා ඉතින් දැන් බලන්න පොළට දී ගන්නත් සාධාරණ මිලක් නැහැ.
The JVP says that a parliament comprising of capable parliament representatives should be appointed with the upcoming parliament elections. Leader of the JVP, Anukumar Dissanayake, made this statement at a conference held in Kiribathgoda.
Our contribution to this effort is not anything else but in order to broaden the freedom of democracy. We are thinking of ways as to how we can strengthen the various structures that is needed for this. We have another journey thereafter. We were on a political journey till the 8th of January. Now we have a short distance race to run in order to uphold democracy and strengthen the various structures surrounding it. We have to dissolve the parliament come this April. That is the next race that we have to run in order to create a good parliament with capable representatives. The next big election comes when they amend the constitution between January and June of 2020. We consider these 4 years as crucial 4 years for our country. We need to change the manner in which the country is governed. That is why we are hoping that by 2020 we will further broaden the JVP.
5 suspects who were arrested in connection with the unrest that erupted in Talwakale have been remanded until the 16th of this month. The order was issued after the suspects were produced before the Nuwara Magistrates Court.
The area residents of Talwakale engaged in a protest after youth in the area jumped to the Upper Kotmala reservoir to his death in a bid to evade the police who were following him. The protesters were on the railway line hampering train travel, and a tense situation arose following the police attempted to disperse the crowd. The suspects were arrested yesterday following investigations.
Police state that measures have been taken to carry out investigations in order to arrest several students from the Sri Jawaharlal University who were involved in a clash yesterday. The clash occurred between 2 parties from the science faculty last evening. The cause behind the unrest was due to a ragging incident which left 7 students injured. 2 of these students have been admitted to the Kalubogala Teaching Hospital. 2 students have been taken into custody and will be presented before courts today. 2 stores were completely destroyed in a fire which broke out in the Kanduruvela town, Polonnaruwa, early this morning. The fire erupted at around 2 this morning. Officers from the fire unit of the Tamankadu Pradesh Sabha, together with the police, were able to douse the fire. Our correspondent noted that it took a period of 2 hours to contain the blaze. Investigations have commenced into the incident and the cost of the damage has yet to be ascertained. The National Water Supply and Drainage Board says that a 9-hour water cut will be imposed in several areas in the Gampa district tomorrow. The water cut will be in effect from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. tomorrow, will disrupt water supply in the vicinity of the Kanya Pradesh Sabha, Palagoda Pradesh Sabha, Watara Municipality, Handla Pradesh Sabha areas. The NWSDB also added that areas within the Birgama Pradesh Sabha, Birgama Industrial Zone, Mahara Pradesh Sabha and the Dompe Pradesh Sabha, including Dekatana, Namalua, Malvana, Kalkodoyava and Dompe. The 9-hour water cut will also be imposed in areas that come under the Jayala Pradesh Sabha, the Jayala Urban Council and the Katunayaka Sidwa Urban Council. Embattled Australian Prime Minister Tony Abbott will face a vote on his leadership at a party room meeting next week after disgruntled government lawmakers called a challenge on Friday, following weeks of divisive speculation. A member of Abbott's ruling Conservative Liberal Party, Western Australian MP Luke Simpkins, sent an email to colleagues to announce he will move the vote at his scheduled party meeting in Canberra on Tuesday. Abbott has faced a torrent of criticism in recent weeks over policy decisions ranging from his handling of the economy to awarding an Australian knighthood to Queen Elizabeth's husband, Prince Philip. He had earlier this week dismissed talks of a challenge as having been trumped up by a few malcontents within his party and the media.
I want to make this very simple point. We are not the Labor Party. We are not the Labor Party, and we are not going to repeat the chaos and the instability of the Labor years. So I have spoken to Deputy Leader Julie Bishop, and we will stand together in urging the party room to defeat this particular motion. And in so doing, and in defeating this motion, to vote in favour of the stability and the team that the people voted for at the election. We have a strong plan. It's the strong plan that I enunciated at the press club this week, and we are determined to get on with it, and we will.
And that's a look at this edition of Lunchtime News. As always, it was a pleasure having you with us. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Katharina Chang.
Hotline 0114 896 896. www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback